thank you very much for coming this afternoon. I have with me, as just stated on the telephone, our Chief Executive, Teo Sperrings, and Head of New Zealand Milk Products, Gary Romano. Teo has just arrived on a plane from China, and I'm going to hand straight over to him. Teo, over
Thank you, Gary. Welcome to you all. Like Gary said, just landed from China. Just a summary in China. I said in the China press conference that I would not leave China before the situation is stable. And that's from the perspective of market, consumers, customers and local authorities. We had all those conversations yesterday, and I decided very late last night that the situation is stable, given the discussions I had, and stepped on a plane and just landed. So it's good to be back in New Zealand. I do understand the anxiety and the distress this issue has caused. Like I said in China, I do apologize to consumers and to the public of the anxiety and the discomfort this has caused. But today I would really like to give, together with Gary and Kerry, full transparency of the situation where we are today. We will go back a little bit with you through all facts and details of the last 4 days. To repeat that, because I did understand yesterday that there's still some open questions, and I can give you a reason why that is the case. I split it in 4 topics for today. First topic is done by myself, food safety and public health, how we look at it in the Fonterra and New Zealand context. Then a second topic is, like I said, what happened in the current status, where are we? We have provided simple flowcharts for you, and Gary will guide you through those flowcharts to make things very transparent and clear. I will come back to you on corrective actions. Yeah, that these things are addressed, corrective actions are taken, and that this does not happen again. And a fourth topic is the reputation of Fonterra and New Zealand. So that's what I would like to do today. I start off with food safety and public health. It is a top priority for Fonterra and New Zealand. In our opinion, all parents and consumers have the right to know that the products are safe. Last Friday, the 2nd of August, when I was in Europe and in contact on the 1st of August, very late here, and the 2nd of August, again with Gary and with the board, we concluded after extensive testing that we had a potential food safety risk on hand, although very, very minute, very low probability, you could say 1 in millions, but there was still a risk, and we can and we did not take that risk, and that's why we decided on that Friday, the 2nd of August, to go out, to disclose to MPI, to disclose to our customers, our 8 customers, and to disclose to the public. Because if there's a food safety issue, then we decide to disclose immediately. And we knew when we disclosed that we did not have all the information. We knew that because a lot of information was still captured in the supply chain of our customers. And we do not have access to direct access to the supply chain of our customers, so that required full cooperation. But we decided to go out because food safety, when we conclude there's a food safety risk, we go out, whether we have all the information or not. We knew that with good cooperation with our customers, we could have the information in fast, and it happened in the next 72 hours after the 2nd of August. All information became available. We and our customers, as you are aware, recalled products and stocks from different markets, And MPI at this moment, what I heard, Gary will give a little bit more information, has a press conference as well that all stocks have been contained. Everything is out of the market. It's in warehouses, and there is little or no more risk for consumers. I do want to go specifically to our customer, Danone, Nutricia New Zealand, under Danone, with the brand Care. It is very unfortunate that some statements were made which were not correct. I was in contact with the CEO of Danone 4 to 5 times a day from China. We worked very, very closely together. They have top quality people, they have world-class systems, and I think what they did in the context of New Zealand, in Australia, in China, was of excellent cooperation with us, and was really in line with what we wanted to achieve together as supplier and customer. So I do really praise them for their cooperation and their responsiveness. So that's on food safety and health. So if there's an issue, we disclose immediately. So second topic, what I said, and Gary will come in, what happened from May 2012 till today. In summary from my side, 38 tons of WPC 80 got produced with a temporary setup. That temporary setup was cleaned in a normal way, but insufficiently, as we found out later. The 38 tons was within Codex specification. Codex is the international standard for milk and for ingredients. And went 20 tons out of 38 tons went with certificates to customers direct. That was 6 customers, 3 beverage customers and 3 feed customers with certificates. It got imported into China with the right certificates and was accepted by the authorities. All those products got treated, especially the beverage products, got heat treated, so there's no risk. But the remaining 18 tons, so 20 tons was direct, the remaining 18 tons went to 2 of our facilities. Gary will share that in a flowchart, Darnham and Waitoa. That's where we made base powders for infant nutrition, so not heat treated but blended. Again, the products shipped from these locations were within specs and within Codex specifications. Yeah, but with further testing, we found elevated levels, like you know, of sulfide reducing Clostridium, and that's where we said we will investigate further. Sulfide reducing Clostridium is a family name for 100 plus different types of strains. When you do this extensive testing, in any circumstances, that takes time. That took time from March till 31st of July. Gary got information on 31st of July, which was disclosed to me on the 1st of August, and on the 2nd of August we concluded that there was a food safety risk, like I said before. So in conclusion, the recall and the food safety issue is not for all 8 customers, it's for 2 customers, when it comes to infant nutrition. The finished goods they sent into the market, I got confirmation from both customers that what they sent into the market was all within their specification, because remember, they get a semi-finished product from us, they blend it again to their own finished product, they test their finished product, everything what went to market from them was in specification. Our customers did not get complaints, no health issues reported, and like I said, at this moment all stocks are out of the market, and that's really what it is in summary for me. In the meantime, Gary and his team have done a lot of work on more details, and I do think, because there's unclarity in the New Zealand context of what has happened, that it's good that Gary shares this flowchart, which I just painted for you in more detail. Gary.
Thank you, Teo, and good afternoon, everybody, again. As Teo's indicated, we're getting a lot closer to getting this issue contained from an operational perspective. Now, I know there's been lots of questions in the last couple of days about what went where, and we went into quite some detail yesterday to understand where that went to. And secondly, wanting to know why Fonterra hasn't been making recalls and making more public statements. So I just want to show you a flow diagram of the product and where it's gone, and things hopefully will be a little bit clearer. Let's just start right at the beginning. Let's start at Hautapu. This is the start of the manufacturing sequence. The items in blue are what's in our control, and then the other shaded boxes are with our customers. So starting with Hautapu, right in the centre there of New Zealand, we do make a whey protein concentrate, and that whey protein concentrate from Hautapu was then used at a Darnham facility in Australia to make nutritional products, and also at Waitoa here in New Zealand to make nutritional products. Now you'll see that from Hautapu there's a line going up to a number of different customers that they use that ingredient directly. We've already made statements that those processing conditions with those customers at the top are very, very, low sensitivity customers, and we're quite happy, and so are our customers, and so are the regulators. There's no issue with those. But just to show that from Hautapu, we've then gone to Waitoa, and we've gone to Darnham. Now, from Darnham, we are actually manufacturing nutritional products, and it is in a 25 kilogram format at that point. We have then on-sold that to our customers, and from that Darnham facility, it has come back into Auckland and to 2 other global locations for one customer, and they have then gone and canned that product off and supplied various markets themselves. So past Darnham, we don't have visibility of their supply chains. Similarly, back in New Zealand, we do go a little bit further in processing. In how we do that canning ourselves, and then we have sent that finished products again to our customers. Now, our customers have then organised the appropriate recalls. I think they're in the public record. It is moving on a day-by-day basis. As Teo has said, here in New Zealand, under the CariCare brand, we have had two products that have been in the nature of a recall, and they have been organised by Nutricia/CariCare, not by Fonterra. So in this process, the point I wanted to make was there have been no Fonterra branded products affected. Therefore, Fonterra has not been doing any of the recalls. We have been relying on our customers to do that. Our focus has been on giving them enough information so they can do that. We, with MPI, are now confident that they have all the appropriate information to make those recalls, and they are in the process of doing that. And as Teo says, here in New Zealand there is confidence that all that product has now been contained. I don't know whether I might just leave for any other comments for the question and answer period. I might just leave it there, Teo, and leave it back to yourself.
And we can make this slide available.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So this is the topic: what happened and where are we at? Where are we right now? Third topic is corrective actions. So we do know what happened. That was basically related to a temporary situation and let's say a human error where you operate multiple factories and you have thousands of people. Human errors do happen. The only thing, or what is important right now, that for me at least, I do not know why it happened. So we don't know what happened, but not why it happened. So We have some short-term corrective actions and we have some longer-term corrective actions. The short-term is really the situation as such in Hou Tapu, the unsanitary temporary situation. That's of course resolved, it does not happen again. We have an increased testing regime at this moment until we have gone through this phase of investigation and corrective actions on all our products leaving New Zealand. We do that ourselves. And all products on ships. You might say, how can you test products on ships? We do have retention samples, and we test those retention samples of everything what is on boats. So we want to be 200% sure on what's going out from New Zealand to markets. I also want to mention there was a lot of confusion Sunday when I came into China, that there was all across the world that was a rumor that there was an import ban for milk products into China. That's absolutely not the case. I've been with the authorities yesterday. There is a temporary suspension on whey products and base powders containing whey products, but there's no ban on whole milk powder, skim milk powder, AMF, butter, etc. And that's why we continue with our GDT events. But the middle long term and longer term steps we are taking is internal investigation why it happened has already started. Very likely that we will call for some external validation of that. It's very likely that government is going to do that as well, which we welcome. But that investigation is underway, and we will keep government first, media and public informed of our findings of those investigations and of the corrective actions we are taking. So that's on the third topic. Then last, and then we open up for questions. Reputation of New Zealand and Fonterra. Of course, like Kerry already said, short-term affected, yes. I've been in China for 72 hours, but it's really my own experience. It depends after the short-term hit how it's being handled. China is a key market, is 20% of our milk and similar in our turnover. The feedback from Chinese customers and authorities, they really appreciated the openness from day one when we concluded on food safety risk that we went out. They appreciated the corrective actions and the speed in how we cooperated with customers and got products out of the market. And they appreciated the engagement we had with the authorities, which I met yesterday myself. So specifically AQSIQ and FDA, the Food and Drugs Organization, the ministry. I was there myself. So my conclusion in the Chinese context is that reputation will be restored based on the actions we have taken. Like the Chinese people said to me yesterday, human errors happen, but it depends how you address the root causes and how you do the investigation and do the corrective actions that it does not happen again. And that's what we're doing. So in conclusion from my side, Fonterra has taken their responsibility in the last 4 to 5 days. Fonterra will investigate why it happened. Fonterra will keep everybody in the loop and informed, like I just said, of our findings. And we do hope that we have created more clarity here today and that this clear information will reach the public, because that will determine the reputation of New Zealand and Fonterra. So that's where I would like to leave it.